Hello again. Now let's continue with our ideas of energy and let's look at some of the different forms it takes. Now please be careful when you're doing energy. Energy is so different from matter. Remember, matter is stuff, so it's going to be able to be felt. But energy, we're going to feel its effects, so it's a bit different. So let's go back to the basics. There are two common types of energy. Moving energy, which we call kinetic, and stored energy, which we call potential. Now what I'm going to try to do is to go through a whole series of samples of these so we can actually see the different types. Alright, now atoms have energy stored in them, and so do chemicals. But that's another story, and we'll wait till we get to that one. But atoms have ones which the middle of the atom stores energy, and we call that nuclear, because the energy is actually between, stored in the particles that form the middle or nucleus of the atom. Another type of stored energy is elastic. Now we can see here with the bow is being stretched, and that is storing energy until he lets go. Now as soon as he lets go, that energy is transferred to the arrow here and sends it on its way. Now the other one we see here is the golf ball. Look how it's all been squashed when it's hit. So all the energy is being transferred into the golf ball, and the elastic nature of the ball causes it to spring off there. So that's why we call it elastic energy. A more common type we use almost every day involves chemicals. Now there are chemicals in batteries that produce electricity, and there are chemicals in food which give us energy to do what we need to do. And so these are two different types of chemical energy, but they're stored in the food. In this case, it's stored in the battery. Okay, next on, we have energy that is due to us being higher off the ground. And we saw that last time when we talked about GPE, or gravitational potential energy. Roller coasters work on gravitational potential energy. Lovely sports like skydiving or snow skiing, where we go to the top of the hill and ski down. Gravity helps us change our energy into kinetic energy. The other one where it happens, and quite often we see it, is of course in the diving board. When we see people diving into a pool off a diving board, obviously the higher up, the more energy we have when we hit the water, and that sometimes causes us to be a little bit uncomfortable and maybe a little bit of pain associated with it. Now, moving energy. Right, we see moving energy all the time. So things that are moving have, or machines have, mechanical energy. And now, I'll put this one in here, this person pushing, because we call that a human machine. We are a machine too. So if we are pushing this along, we are providing mechanical energy. Obviously a nice big electrical generator, wind generator, is a machine, and so is a train. And their energy is moving as we see. So machines by definition are going to have moving parts, and that means they have moving energy or kinetic energy in them. A very, very common one is heat. Radiant energy, in this case, is not only heat but light. We can see it as well. So this form of energy travels from here to the people's faces, and they actually feel the effect of the face of the energy. They actually see with their eyes, they actually see the energy, detect the energy coming from the fire too. This one is a common one we seem to forget. You'll notice there are only about 8 or 9 different types of energy I'm going to concentrate on. Sound energy. Now sound energy comes through the air particles between us and a vibrating thing like a guitar string. and they come to us and hit our ears. Now this means that this energy is a special one because it needs particles to go through. If there are no particles, that sound won't travel and won't reach our ears. And lucky last is energy that moves through wires. So anytime we see wires, we should realise there is some form of electrical energy that is present. And I hope that now has made a bit of an idea, or a bit clearer for you, about the different types of energy and the examples we use on a daily basis